In this modern day and age, education and the education system have changed drastically. Now more than ever, technology is introduced to students at such a young age, usually starting around elementary school. I know me personally, me and my girlfriend have been looking for schools for my 6-month-old daughter to start in the near future. And they're introducing iPads and other tablets starting at the age of 3. Now, most commonly, technology has started to be used in elementary school, starting to get people typing, get them introduced to the internet and used to using it. Most of the work starts to take off around middle to high school, though. You see things such as Blackboard being used, emailing to and from the teacher and other students, and things of that nature. Not only that, a majority of the schoolwork itself is online as well. I know me being in middle school and high school, we did things called gizmos, which were basically web-based assignments that you would just turn in, get credit for. And a majority of my college schoolwork, I'm actually enrolled in all online classes, but even when I did face-to-face, a majority of the schoolwork was online as well. So, what I want to talk about today is why every student should have a laptop and how it would benefit them inside and outside the classroom. The first point that I did want to touch upon today is how laptops would benefit students inside of the classroom. The information I am going to be speaking on is going to be coming from E Street from learningliftoff.com. Now, the number one thing that I think is important for students inside of the classroom is how they can collaborate and corroborate with teachers and their fellow students. For example, especially with Hartford Community College, we use Blackboard. Through that system, it's simple to communicate with my fellow students and my faculty members through discussion boards, emails, and things of that nature. And it's really, really easy and simple to submit my work. Not only that, but it's also a benefit to teachers and students both, because the teachers can provide a clear curriculum and very detailed and in-depth information on assignments and class information, such as posting the syllabus that has all the deadlines, all the grading information, as well as the course description. Now, with the use of technology and students having laptops, it eliminates the need for having a printer. A lot of the times what I saw in school before I had technology all around me was that students weren't able to submit work due to the fact that they couldn't print it out. Now, that's whether they have a printer or they don't have a printer. Let's say they do have a printer, but their ink ran out. Let's say they're having an internet problem and they can't print it out. There's a multitude of problems that could come with, having to print things out. With the implementation of email, as well as just online submissions, it eliminates that need for the printer entirely. Not only does it make the submission process easier, it also makes the review process easier. I know me personally, just last week I had to submit a rough draft of a paper for my research writing class, and within 24 hours, I had my paper back with annotations in it in the format of a Word document. All I had to do was read it, take the notes that I needed from that, and apply that to my final draft in order to get the best grade that I possibly could. It was as simple as shooting my professor an email and getting an email back. The last way that it improves students inside of the classroom is it improves their computer skills. Like I said, in elementary school, they really taught me how to start typing. I think with the introduction of laptops and other technologies in the classroom, it definitely will improve students' computer skills all the way around. The second main point that I did want to touch on today is how laptops will benefit students outside of the classroom. Now, the information I'm going to be talking about for this topic is from R. McDaniel from Vanderbilt.edu. He was actually a student at Vanderbilt. From his experiences, the use of laptops for his education highly enhanced his group work experiences. The ways that did that was with the ability of using shared calendars. Let's say you have a group of 5 students that are working on a project together. With a shared calendar, they're able to mark what progress they have made, how they plan on finishing that work, like let's say they have a deadline of 5 days, they can post how far along they are and what their deadline might be through that shared calendar. Not only just shared calendars, but shared folders and shared storage as well. Let's say the students are using an application such as iWorks, which is a application that allows for live editing of all the students on one document. So let's say all 5 students are on that document. They can edit it live with their classmates in order to make sure all the correct things are being changed. Or let's say it's a modular assignment where each one of the 5 students are doing their own part in that assignment. They can all submit their own submission of their shared work so that the other students that are working on that project can reference back to it and get the information that they need from it. It also simplifies sharing notes and documents entirely. It's pretty similar to the shared storage. However, let's just say it's a note sheet that the student had handwritten in class that can easily be copyrighted into a Word document and just submitted into one of those shared folders. The last point that I wanted to talk about today is how having a laptop saves students. And the information I'm going to be talking about in this piece is going to be from pcdreams.net. Number 1, having a laptop actually saves students versus having a desktop computer at home. Laptops nowadays are actually cheaper and much more affordable and budget friendly than anyone would think. You get a lot more bang for the buck in a laptop compared to a desktop computer. I would know, I actually do work in sales at Best Buy. It's a lot more affordable to get a laptop than a desktop computer. It's definitely a lot more practical and convenient. Not only does it save you money, it saves students time. Let's say you don't have the time in the world to sit at the computer lab at the school or university. You can take that laptop to the coffee shop, you can take it at home, you can take it to a friend's house, you can take it to your parents' house and still get all the work done. Another thing that saves students on is frustration. Let's say you did forget to make a last-minute correction at home. That's great. If you have your laptop with you in the classroom, as long as it's before the turn-in time for that assignment, you can make a quick correction right in the classroom. Now, in conclusion, laptops for students have many benefits inside and outside of the classroom. And one last chart that I would like to show you from G Chen from publicschoolreview.com. This is actually a chart of the usage of devices from different age groups. Now, as we see, laptops are in blue. Not only is a laptop at the top of most of these age groups, you see it definitely rise in high school and college age, which is typically when you're being a student. So as for this information, we're definitely seeing a high number of students using laptops because there's a real benefit for it. Also, if so many people had laptops and they were able to really know and how to use this technology, we wouldn't have such a panic right now with the coronavirus going on, especially with homeschooling. People would know how to handle this situation and they wouldn't be rushing to go and buy laptops for homeschooling.